The Real McCoys, starring Walter Brennan, created by Irving Pincus.
Want you to meet the family known as the Real McCoys. That's Grandpappy Amos, the head of the clan. He roars like a lion, but he's gentle as a lamb. And now here's Luke, who beams with joy since he made Kate Mrs. Luke McCoy. From West Virginia they came to stay in sunny California. Oh, Grandpappy Amos and the girls and the boys of the family known as McCoys.
Wow, that was a wonderful supper, Sugar Baby.
Yeah, sure was delicious. Sure was.
Well, thank you, everybody. Oh, can I get some more coffee?
No, you stay right there. I get it myself now. Thank you just the same, Kate. Don't nobody move.
What's the matter?
What's wrong there? Make believe like you're still eating. Make believe you don't see nothing.
Don't have to make believe. I can't see nothing.
Don't look at me. Keep eating while I get my shotgun. We got ourselves a redskin prowler.
A redskin what?
Prowler!
You know what he's talking about?
I haven't got the slightest idea. An Indian. You must be the man Grandpa was talking about. Oh, well, come on in.
Now, where's them goddamn shotgun shells?
Grandpa must have thought we was in for scalping. Something we can do for you, mister?
Seek a water, wish cook food. Find no water in creek.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the creek's been dried up for about a month now. We've been having a dry spell around here.
We're kind of cutting down on water ourselves, but I guess I could spare you enough to cook a meal.
Look, did you use all them shells?
Yeah, they're around someplace, Grandpa. You are an Indian, aren't you?
Arapaho.
There's no doubt he's real.
He's a real Indian, all right. No cowboy'd have a feather growing out of his hat. Oh, well, let me have your pail there. Luke, this ain't much of a meal for a grown man. There's just a few greens in here.
Everybody sit tight now. They'll have this gun loaded in a jiffy.
Mister, we're not having anything fancy, but, well, we'd be mighty pleased if you'd join us for supper.
Little flower, very kind.
Little flower. Ain't that nice?
Yeah, this might not be Arapaho cooking, but it's tasty and mighty filling.
I eat with you.
Why don't you sit over here? While you go through the stew, I'll explain what you're eating. Luke.
Yeah. Sometimes Kate's stews can be kind of mysterious.
I ain't no shells, but this'll scare 'em good and proper. What's she doing inside?
Oh, Grandpa, this is,
Seek a water.
Mr. Seekawata, this is Grandpa McCoy.
Yeah, he's Arapaho.
West Virginia.
Grandpa, you can put the shotgun down now. Mr. Seekawata's going to stay and have supper with us.
I asked him, Grandpa. He wanted some water to cook these.
Boy, them poor water-stuffed things is our turnips and greens. You camping on our land?
I see no sign. I stop truck, put up teepee.
Well, now, wait a minute. It's one thing to have a meal with us, another thing to go camping on all over the place.
You're welcome to camp on our land. Say you can stay, Grandpa. Gosh, it ain't every day we can have an Indian eat with us.
Well, all right. I guess you can stay if, if you...
I'll go see who it is.
Say, you got a whole tribe of squaws and papooses that camped outside there?
Seek a water, travel alone. No family.
Senor Alba, it's Senor McMichaels. He wants to talk to you and Luke.
All right, George, I'll be out in a minute.
No hurry.
Well, I guess you can stay, mister.
Seek a water, grateful. My forefathers grateful. We wish happiness to McCoy tribe on wings of fortune.
Well, thank you. Just be careful of the bottles and the cans, huh?
Sit yourself down.
Hi, George.
Evening, George.
Well, what can I do for you?
Amos, I'm calling all the farmers in this area. Collecting money to pay for that rain-making airplane fella.
Oh, that again. Well, George, I told you at the last Grange meeting that I wasn't interested. Now, as far as I'm concerned, we'll get the rain when the good Lord's ready for it.
Grandpa, I wish you'd reconsider. You're the only one who don't believe in it.
Amos McCoy, you're a backward, stubborn old fool.
I ain't as old as you. Ain't making rain. Why, that's hogwash.
It ain't hogwash.
Why, Amos, it works slick as can be. This airplane goes up whenever a cloud comes over. Drops a few bits of dry ice or iodine crystals into it, and easy as falling into a horse trough, the cloud opens up and spills rain over it.
The Farmer's Digest had a big article about it. It worked real fine in Oklahoma and Kansas.
Oh, that's the trouble with you folks that can read. You believe everything is wrote. Why, this is like taking a big club and getting after Mother Nature and trying to make her do her chores in a hurry. And you can't force nature.
Oh, Grandpa.
Now, look, I ain't one rat sin in no rain-making divas. Good night, George.
Look, I'll swear your grandpa is the most backward, ornery, stubborn, miserable, hateful friend I got.
When I'm 40-year-old, my people make me chief.
A real chief? Chief Seekawata? Gosh, isn't that something, Grandpa?
It sure is.
Grandpa, can we talk someplace?
Look, I don't want to hear no more about that airplane. Now, look, sit yourself down here and try to be polite. We're just getting to know the chief here.
Chief?
Young brave not believe?
Oh, sure he does.
I show you. Tell about Sikawata. You read.
You read, Luke?
No. You read. You chief here.
Well, Chief, I just don't like to read on top of a heavy meal. And Luke reads for our family.
It's an advertisement for a Wild West show back in 1916.
I was big, strong, powerful chief then. Read.
Yeah, it says here, coming soon. Buffalo Bill's Wild West Cavalcade, starring Annie Oakley, and presenting for your amazement, Chief Seekawata.
Golly.
Wait a minute, there's more. It says Chief Seekawata performing his tribal magic.
Well, ain't that something? You pulled a rabbit out of the hat, did you, Chief?
No, rabbit, no. I bring flower from stone. I bring tree from sand. I bring horse from ground.
Golly.
Sikawata not make magic many moons. After last show close, get truck, roam country, chop wood, pick fruit, beans.
Well, Chief, you're welcome to stay 4 or 5 nights, just providing you don't mistake our cow for a buffalo.
Yeah, you can sleep in the barn if you like.
Dry weather like this, cooler in teepee under sky.
Well, you suit yourself. Say, we better be getting our rest. We got a lot of work to do tomorrow.
Yeah. This hot spell's been ripening our fruit too fast, and the ground's just covered with it.
Plenty dry, no water long time.
Yeah, too long.
I fix. You share food with Sikawata. Sikawata pay you back. I bring rain.
Bring rain? You kidding?
Well, that's rightly nice of you, Chief. You go right ahead. As long as you got nothing better to do, we'd appreciate it.
Maybe one day, maybe 6. I bring rain soon. I go now. Grateful little flower for mystery stew.
Bye.
Bye, Chief.
Bye.
Hey, Grandpa, now, you don't really believe he's going to make rain.
Don't be an idiot. But can't you see the old fella's grateful for us feeding him? Now, you take a fella like that that's been famous, he ain't one to take something for nothing.
Well, I don't know, Grandpa. You look pretty interested there for a minute.
Oh, you're hitting about the airplane, huh? Mm-hmm. Well, you can just forget about it, because it's going to rain when the good Lord pulls out the stopper. Mind out the wind, are you? And dance will sure get to you.
When I younger, many times I dance 2 weeks without stop.
Ain't no business to be in if you got corns, that's for sure. Well, I guess we'll go in. It looks time you go to bed. Thanks for the show, Chief.
Sikawata grateful if my chief helps Sikawata dance to evil spirit. Very important for bring rain.
Me dance? Oh, no.
No. You stand. I dance round. Now, you be evil spirit. I bring mask.
tell the chief I got things to do.
Don't go, Grandpa. You gotta help the chief.
Don't do that, little Luke. Don't stretch that grandpa like that. It ain't nice. Besides, that kind of dancing's out of my line. Why, I can't even carry a tune.
Grandpa, the chief would feel real good if you'd help him out.
All right.
You put on.
Couldn't you dance around me instead of me putting on that?
Must wear mask of evil spirit.
Come on, Grandpa, put it on.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know whether it'll fit me or not. What size is it, 7.5?
Plenty big.
Show me your foolish in here.
It looks swell.
You stand here. Come. Beat drum. I dance.
Well, I ain't going to stay in here but a minute. Too hot to be indoors on a night like tonight.
Grandpa, here comes Mr. McMichaels and Luke. Maybe they'll help us, too.
What, Michael? He can't see me in this. Now, little Luke, if anybody asks anything, you tell him you ain't seen hide nor hair of me. You understand? Go on.
Little Luke, where's Grandpa?
Ain't seen hide nor hair of him.
What's the old Indian doing?
Making rain for us.
Making rain for... Ha, that's a good one. Your grandpa won't have to hire an airplane that guarantees to make rain, but he'll go for this Indian hocus pocus. Who's in the truck?
Nobody.
You're sure your grandpa ain't in there? I'll take a look for myself.
That ain't Grandpa in there. That's the Indian's helper.
Nukamungi.
See? I told you that ain't Grandpa.
Well, if it ain't, this fella's a dead ringer.
Oh, no, George. No, this fella's a mite younger and better looking.
Yeah, that's right, love. You know, your grandpa ain't so bright, but he ain't dumb enough to believe all this Indian hocus pocus is going to bring rain.
No.
All right, I ain't a-making rain. I just come out here at the invite of a friend to dance with him. I mean to watch him dance. Yeah, look, folks all over the world paid money to see the show, and I just figured me and little Luke are shit for nothing.
You know, Emerson, you ought to wear that thing all the time. It makes you look much more friendly.
This will be it.
Man, am I tired.
Oh, what's the matter with you lately, boy? You're getting older before your time.
Oh, I ain't sleeping nights, that's all.
Well, you ought to be used to the heat by now.
Well, it ain't the heat that's keeping me awake. It's the chief out there beating on that rain-making drum. You know, he pounded on that thing until way after midnight last night. He's been at it for 3 days now. Grandpa, why don't we just tell him to give up?
Oh, Luke, I can't hurt his feelings. I expect he'd give up by himself today, so I'll be on his way.
Well, I hope so. Oh, hi, sugar babe.
Hello.
What's the matter? You look a little upset.
I got every right to look upset.
Your town shoes pinching?
Something much more worse.
It's downright humiliating, that's what. And all because you wouldn't put money in that airplane.
What's that?
Everybody in town thinks we hired Chief Sikawati instead.
The whole town thinks it's a big joke. I went into the drugstore for a glass of water, and they say I would have to dance for it.
George McMichael's the cause of this. You ought to pull that wagging tongue of his out so far he can use it for a shoehorn.
Look, Grandpa, that ain't gonna help none. What you gotta do is tell the chief to stop that dancing out there.
I know it sounds downright unfriendly, Grandpa, but it's got to be done. Us McCoys has all become a laughing stock.
Yeah, and it ain't gonna get no better in the next couple of days.
Well, I can't shoo him off in the place, Luke. He's got to be like a friend.
But, Grandpa, can't you just tell him in a nice way?
You can do it.
Right after we finish having supper tonight, just take him in the living room and set him down nice and friendly and just say.
All right, I'll do it. I'll say, Chief, this is the last dance.
kitchen squaw. Make chief plenty strong. Can dance now week without stop.
Oh, no, don't do that. Well, I mean, you dance
I'll handle
nice,
it, Luke.
though.
I'll handle it. Set yourself down, Chief.
Old Chief McCoy got something in head. Spill tongue to me as friend.
Well, first off, we think you done a first-rate job out there.
Job not finished.
We're satisfied with what you done. You got a nice bunch of clouds gathered up there.
We're not complaining. That's what we want you to understand.
What I had in my head to say was, we sure appreciate what you done.
Grandpa, why don't you let Luke tell the chief what you got in your mind?
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Luke has always had a better knack for turning the wood than me.
Old Chief McCoy find hard to say what is in heart.
Yeah, I might. Sit down, Chief. Come on down. Sit down.
First off, I'd like to say how much we appreciate what you've done.
Well, I already done said that.
Go ahead, Luke.
Well, you know that outfit that you've been wearing and that drum you've been pounding on? Well, they sure have given us a lot of pleasure.
Drum hand down to me by forefathers.
Well, there ain't nothing wrong with hand-me-downs.
Getting farther away from the subject all the time.
Well, if you think it's so easy, you sit down there.
All right, I will. Chief Sikawata.
Yes, little mountain flower with skin like fawn.
Sure is beautiful. Grandpa, you're the head of the house. It's your duty to tell him.
It just breaks my heart to say this, Chief, but you gotta understand.
Old brave, no need speak. I know what is in your heart.
He must have knowed all the time.
You afraid I will leave before I bring rain?
Huh?
I stay and work till rain come. May take many moons, but I stay. Look here.
Well, doggone it, Grandpa. Why didn't you just come out and say it?
Well, I didn't hear you running off at the mouth when it was your turn, and Kate was the one that said it was going to be so darned easy.
I tried. I almost said it.
Now, look, Grandpa, all that Indian dancing and all that drum beating out there wouldn't make us look so foolish if you'd just put in with that airplane when they asked you. And it ain't too late.
No.
But, Grandpa, you got no other choice. As long as the chief's going to stay here, you got to put in with George and the others.
Just this once, why don't you do like we ask you?
All right, I'll do it. I'm going to get it, but I'll do it. You sure could use that money for something to do us a whole lot more good.
There it is over there. See it? Our plane.
Yeah, I see it.
What's all the fuss?
See the Rainmaker airplane, Grandpa?
I ain't even going to bend backwards to look at it. Got nonsense is what this.
Little Luke ought to see this.
He's going into that cloud. You see him?
If you folks want to stand there and get a crick in the back of your neck, you go ahead and do it. But I'm going to take me a nap. Airplanes. Never heard nothing so darn silly. Leave nature bees out, I say. A little less flying, a little more praying. This rainmaking. Never can do it.
Just soaking it up like a sponge.
Well, Amos, raining, ain't it?
You here again?
Sure am, because I'm the kind of a fellow who likes to say, I told you so.
I'll make some coffee, everybody. Come on. Grandpa! Grandpa, the chief did it. He made it rain.
He made it rain. Go on.
Sorry it takes so long. When Sikawata younger, he make rain in one day. With passing many moons, Sikawata magic grow weak. Two elder chiefs know. Old age makes stream of life run slow.
Well, Chief, We're rightly grateful for what you done for us, and we ain't going to forget it. Are we, George? Are we, George?
Yeah, that's right.
Seek-a-water's honor serves such fine McCoy tribe. Little flower, tender blossom, strong sapling, gold-haired seedling, much like a head. Wise old oak, much faith, wisdom. I go. Debt now paid.
Bye, Chief.
Bye, Chief.
Goodbye, Chief.
Here goes, walking across the field. Back straight, head up. There goes a happy man, George.
Hey, monsieur. I see what you've been doing. You did a mighty fine thing.
Well, I'll be.
Who was it, Lou?
That airplane fella. We're going to get our money back. It seems like his unloading device got jammed and it didn't work. He didn't make it rain after all.
Of course he didn't. The chief made it rain when he said Nookamunga.
Did he ever tell you what that means, little Luke?
Yes, Grandpa. Nookamunga means Lord, give us rain.
Well, I'll be doggone. You've been doing it my way all along. You sure must have to know a lot of languages.